Well, thanks for joining me for yoga. Grab some water and a chair if you know that you're going to need that kind of support. Blocks are always wonderful. Remember that yoga is all about you. Make your practice personal. We'll start out with a centering. We'll do some asanas, and then we'll end with another centering at the end. So if you're ready, grab your stuff. I'll meet you on the mat. You can also set your music. So today we're going to start out laying down on our backs. So make your way down to your mat. Keep your knees bent. Roll down. Once you get down, walk the heels of your feet close to your buttocks, and then walk your hands down closer to the bottoms of your feet or the toes of your feet. Find the back of your head. Maybe rock it back and forth. And then we're going to just roll the pelvis. So you can bring your hands to your pelvic bowl if you like, and just rock it back and forth, bringing our attention in and down, feeling that massage across your low back, and just rocking the pubic bone up and then tapping it down. When you roll your pubic bone up, notice how the low back presses into the mat. And then as you roll it forward, feel the arch in your back. You can slide your hands underneath. And just do that a couple more times. Again, bringing your attention in and down. This is our body center of intelligence. This is the core space of it, and it extends out to all our parts and all our pieces. Next time your pelvic bowl is rolled up with back flat, keep it there. Rest your elbows on the floor, your hands across your belly. Relax your shoulders. Make sure your throat is open. Let your eyes close or find a hazy stare, a drishti to stare upon. And let yourself come to your practice, come into your body. Notice all your parts and all your pieces. And then let's bring our breath in. Inhaling through the nose and out the mouth. And then add the count of 4 for the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a count of 7. Blow it out the mouth nice and slow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it on your own. Now insert a pause at the top of your inhale. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom. Do it on your own. Now keep going with your breath and bring your attention down to your fingers, to your belly. On your inhale, draw that breath all the way down into the solar plexus. Feel your fingers rise up as your belly fills with air, and then have that hold. And then on your exhale, feel the belly contract, drop underneath your fingers as you blow out all of the stale air. And do that on your own. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale awareness and start to exhale all the tension, any resistance from your body. Intentionally allow yourself to melt into the mat. You can walk your feet as wide as your mat, let your knees fall together. And bring your hands into a prayer mudra. Touch the thumbs to the third eye, the center of your head, the space between your brows. Continue your breath and feel the hands pressing together, bringing together the right and left hemisphere of your mind, allowing you to step away from your thoughts so that you can observe them from your high mind space. The hands pressing together invite an integrated whole mind, calming and space to observe your thoughts, be entertained by what they share. Your brows soften behind your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. And then bring those hands across your heart. Bring your attention to that heart space with stillness in your body and presence in your mind. Take a few moments. Just say hello to yourself. Be curious about yourself. To make space for self-nurturing, no competing, no expectations, lots of curiosity throughout your practice, asking yourself, what can I do? What am I doing? Heal your body, take care of your body, honor yourself. Feel that core of unconditional love and imagine it bubbling up to the surface to give you joy and care throughout your practice. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, flutter your eyelids, release your hands, grab a block or maybe a ball. If you don't have anything, don't worry about it. Place it between your knees. If you have range of motion limitations, you can place a second block on the floor to the left. We're going to roll onto that left hip, take our left arm under our head. The block between our knees is supporting our low back and our hips. Bring your thighs parallel with the top edge of your mat. And then take that right hand, reach it up to the ceiling, and then out in front of you as far as you can go. Feel the stretch across your upper back. And then on your inhale, lift up and roll back. So roll back as far or as not as far as is good for you. And then exhale, close that clam. And reach and stretch. And inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Make your way up to seated. Remove that block. Be in any comfortable seated pose. Pull the flesh away from underneath the sitting bones. Roll the pelvic bowl forward to flatten the low back. Root down with the tailbone. Lift up through the ribs. Grow through the crown of your head. Stack your ears over your shoulders over your hips. with a nice tall spine. Lift up your arms, wiggle 10 fingers, then bring that motion into your wrist. And then drop down into cactus arms. Bring the hands and the wrist to still. Bring the forearms together and apart. Together and apart. When you're opening, that's your inhale. You're closing, that's your exhale. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Go down, lay it down the opposite way. Put your head with your forearm, place a block or something between your knees. Bring those thighs parallel. Sweep that left arm up. Reach it out, stretch across the back of your shoulder. And then inhale, open wide. And exhale, close. And inhale, open, twisting at the waist. Stretching our shoulder. One more. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Come back to seated. This time, let your right shin rest in front of your left. Feel the flesh away. You can always add blocks to support under the knees if you need that. Find your nice tall spine. Reach your arms up to the sky and then out to the side. Turn your palms backwards. Bring your arms behind you. Lift the crown of your head tall and pulse your hands, kissing the shoulder blades for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Drop the shoulders out of the ears. 3, 2, 1. Reach up again. Imagine you're grabbing a lap bar. You're going to grab it with your hands, bring it behind your head, draw your elbows all the way down to the side body, tighten the muscles, lift through the crown. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. It's isometric. Exhale, pull down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands behind you. Kickstand and lift the heart. Lift through the crown of the head. Soften your face. Keeping that nice tall spine, walk your fingertips to poke your hip crease and then hinge forward. So if you're just working on flexibility, you may rest your forearms on the tall side of a block, or you may just bow your heart down to the mat, down to the floor, down to the earth. Stretch that right hip and breathe and breathe. Walk your hands to the right. Stretch that left arm long. Plant that left hip down and feel length through the left side. Keep your chin out of your chest, your crown reaching tall. We're going to plant that right hand and lift that left arm up. Open up. And then exhale, tap it down and stretch. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, tap it down. One more. Inhale. And exhale and stretch. Slide that left hand to the right knee. Sweep that right hand up to the sky. Row as tall as you can to protect your low back. Then twist, dropping that right hand down. Just take a little gentle twist, drop the shoulders out of the ears. Lift through the crown of the head. We're going to keep this left hand right on our knee. Let our knees lift up. Sweep our right hand to catch our left knee. Then drop our knees, arch our back, and bring our chin to our chest. Feel that stretch across the back of the heart, across the upper back. Breathe and breathe. Release your hands. Bring that left shin in front. Sit up nice and tall. Poke your hip crease. Find your fold. Exhale out any tension, any resistance, any distraction. Take your attention to feel what you're doing with your body. Bring your head through your heart to your body. Walk your hands over to the left and stretch that right side. Press that right hip down. Feel that length up the right oblique. Breathe. We're going to plant that left hand. Sweep that right hand up and open. Kiss the shoulder blades and then tap it down. And inhale up and exhale down. And one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right hand's going to find left knee. Left hand's going to find the sky. Get as tall as you can. Kiss the shoulder blades. Lift the heart. And then find your twist. Nice and gentle. Drop the shoulders out of the ears. Look over that left shoulder. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Release back to neutral. Rest hands across the knees. Let the fingers drape over. And then cow and cat, ungulate the spine. So we're waving from tailbone to crown. Dropping our chin, rounding our back, pulling our belly button in. That's your exhale. Inhale. Roll the pelvic bowl forward. Lift up through the heart. Shine your face. That's your inhale. And then exhale. Just exaggerate the moves a bit. Keep breathing. Notice your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, down your spine into your pelvis. And to still extend that left leg long, bring that right heel as close as you can to your body. You can always tuck a block underneath your knee if you need to bring the mat to you. Extend your hands, press out through that left heel. Just sit up nice and tall, pressing the back of the left knee towards the mat, not forcing, but exploring that length. Draw your toes towards you, and then point and flex those left toes. And breathe, and breathe. And just still switch sides. Right leg extends long. Peel away the flesh. Add props that you need. Extend your hands. Stack ears, shoulders, hips. Press out through the heel. Invite the back of the knee towards the mat. Draw your toes towards you. Flex your feet. And then point and flex and point and flex and point and flex. And just still extend that left leg long in a big wide V. Peel the flesh away. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hand to your low back and flatten that low back. Lift through the ribs, crown of the head, and then rotate your wrist one direction and then the other. And then bring the backs of your hands together. And then twirl your hands one direction and then the other, just waking up the wrists before we get on them. And then come to still. You might just stay with kickstand hands if your knees are in the air, just trying to rest the back of the knees down. If you have the space, poke the hip crease and fold forward. Keep your chin out of your chest, your spine nice and long. Draw your shoulder blades together. Just have a nice long stretch for the legs, for the spine. Relax your jaw, your face, your cheeks. Rest your tongue. Breathe. Notice your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're surrendering. Surrender into your stretch. When you're ready, make your way out. Come on to all fours. You can always grab a drink here on the transition. Come to hands and knees, 10 fingers spread wide. Knees directly under hips, toes tucked. Straighten your arms. Pull your belly button in. Flatten your back and across the upper shoulders and reach your head long. Sun dog. We're going to step back with our left foot, right with our right hand, forward with our right hand. With an engaged core, lift up both of the limbs and then tap it down. And lift up and tap down. Stay strong. Inhale up, exhale down. 3 more. Lift up. Bend your knee, sweep your hand around, grab the top of your foot. If you can't reach the top of your foot, grab your pant leg. You can always take a strap to assist you here. Kicking back. We're threading our heart forward. We're staying level. We're stretching that quad. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Release your foot, straighten it out, plant your hand, sweep that left foot out to the side of your mat, outside of your left hand. Hands press into the mat, elbows bend, and your hips float back. Your back is flat, your chin is out of your chest. You're stretching that left leg. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Come on out, heel and toe that left foot to the center of your mat. Stack your ankle over your knee. You're on your right knee. Walk up onto your thigh. Feel the stack. Sweep your arms up and crescent over towards the left. Look up towards the right. Breathe and breathe. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Return to box. Sun dog, other side, right foot, left arm. Find your pose, level up, stay strong, drop it down, lift it up, exhale down, inhale up, stay strong. 3 more. Keep the leg lifted, sweep the arm back, grab the top of your foot, quad stretch, level your shoulders, level your hips, open your throat, open your mind, breathe and breathe and breathe. Release your foot, rest your hand, sweep that right foot around to the outside of your mat, plant your hands, bend your elbows, lengthen and lean back, find the stretch. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Heel and toe that right foot to the center of the mat. Stack your knee over your ankle. Walk your hands up to your thigh. Stack your spine, sweep your arms up, crescent over, look up, lengthen, breathe, don't collapse, get tall, and then crescent, breathe, and breathe. Sweep your hands down, back to box. Ungulate, do those cow and cats. Starting at your tailbone, tuck your tail, arch your back, bring your chin to your chest, and then blossom through your tail, drop your belly, and thread your heart forward. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One more, exhale, inhale. Come to still. We're gonna lift up our right leg in a fire hydrant, float it down, toes are tucked, then lift up to dog. Then drop the knees down, lift up the left side, float it down, up to dog, and down. Do it again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Stay up in dog. Widen your feet if you need a little more space. Bend your knees, wag your tail, stretch out your ankles, your calves, back of your knees. Find a sweet spot. Make sure your hands are nice and wide, shoulder width, a placement on the mat. Once you find your spot, come up onto your toes. Lift your sitting bones. Rest your ears in between your upper arms. And then roll your shoulder blades down and drop your heels down. Hold your pose. Breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Drop down to hands and knees. Come into a dolphin plank. So hands come to prayer, elbows are wide, thumbs cross, knees walk back, head comes forward, belly button pulls in, shoulders draw back. This is 1, 2, tuck your toes, lift your knees, find your plank, pull your belly button, ignite your entire core, relax your jaw and your face, and breathe, and breathe, and breathe. Make your way down to the mat, lowering your hips, widening your hands into a Sphinx pose. So we're on our forearms, 10 fingers spread wide, untuck your toes, lift your right leg, roll the flesh to the outer edge, do the same for the left. Heavy that pelvis down to the mat, thread your heart forward so you can stay low, drawing the shoulders down and back, lengthening your neck. Or you can arch your back a little more by lifting your gaze forward, drawing your shoulder blades back. Nice stretch for the low back. Breathe and breathe and breathe. We're going to lower down, slide our hands around the bottom of our chest, and then push back into a child's pose. You can widen your knees if you like, make it a little easier. Walk your fingertips a little farther and drop your hips back a little more. Stretch down your arms across your upper back and then level, heavying your hips towards your heels. Stretch your low back. Breathe and breathe. Slide your hands towards you. Lift up your hips. Tuck your toes. Make sure your knees are 2 fists width apart. Drop down into a cow. And then up into a cat. Stay in cat. Belly button pull deeply to the spine, chin to the chest. Drop down to the top of your head and the top of your head only. Walk your hands back. Grab your heels or whatever you can grab. Roll forward and pull back. Drop your shoulders to the mat. Widen across that upper back. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Release your hands. Walk them forward. Come back to dolphin plank on your knees or on your toes. Breathe. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your cheek. Pull your belly button to your spine. Use your core. Say something nice to yourself. Breathe and breathe. Drop the hips down. Bring the hands on either side of your chest and float your face, cobra pose. Uncurl your toes. Feet can be close together or wide. Draw your elbows towards the bottom of your mat. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your knees and your thighs. Jelly your glutes. This is 1. 2, float your heart. 3, float your hands. Kiss your shoulder blades. Keep your glutes soft. Let your low back do the work. Breathe and breathe. You're awesome. Drop the hands down. Find that child's pose. Wide knees this time. Hips to heels. Devotional arms. Stretch it out. Walk it over to the right. Press that left hip away. If you have more space, you can half bind with that right hand. Look over the right shoulder. Rest your head. Wherever you are, start to melt. We're not forcing, we're exploring. Make your way out, back to center, elongate. Do the same on the left side. Stretch it long. Add on a half bind if that's in your practice. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way out. Find dolphin plank. On your knees, or maybe you try one on your toes. Draw your shoulders down and back. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way back to box. Hands and knees. And back to sun dog. Right leg, left arm. Lift up, reach out. Level your hips, level your shoulders. Press through your heel, reach through your hand. If you want more, take it out at a 45 or a 90-degree angle and hold and breathe and hold and breathe. One more. Hold and breathe and come on out. Other side. Left leg, right arm. Lift it up, push it out, elongate, flatten. Press into that left hand. Don't collapse. Breathe. Try to challenge if that's right for you. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. We're going to rest that right hand. Sweep that left hand foot to the outside of the left hand, just like we did before. Press the foot, all 4 corners of the foot into the mat. Keep the hands pressing into the mat. Bend the elbows, elongate. Press the hips back to add on. Devotional arms. Lengthen and stretch. Breathe and breathe. Mm. Find lizard's pose, heel and toe that left foot to set the heel of the foot behind the heel of the hand. Set your hand, slide that right knee back. Let your hips come forward. Push your shoulder blades back. Grow through the crown of your head, and you can roll onto the outer edge of that left foot if you like. You can add blocks here to give you more space to lift you up, or you can come down to your forearms if you have more flexibility. So find your pose. Hang out in it, breathe into it, and then add a twist. Left hand to left knee. Look over that left shoulder. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Lengthen through the crown. And breathe. And breathe. Make your way out. Back to box. Other side, sweep that right foot up and around. Sink into the stretch. Add on with devotional arms. Lengthen tailbone to crown. Press that right foot all the way into the mat. Feel the stretch on the front of your ankle, down the back of your leg. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Stretch, surrender, don't force. Lizard's pose. Heel and toe that right foot in. Plant the hands. Slide the knee back. Find your variation. Each side is different. Float your heart, kiss your shoulder blades, soften your jaw, your face. Add blocks to come out of it a little more. Go down to your forearms to go into it a little more. Breathe. The twist, right hand to right knee. Look over that right shoulder and breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way out. Back to box pose. Set your hands, tuck your toes. Exhale up into downward facing dog. Take your time to find your dog. Pedal your heels. Lift your hips, widen across your back. Then lower that right heel, float the top of the left foot to the back of the right heel. And hold that stretch. Press that right heel down. Lift your hips up. Rest your ears in between your upper arms. Breathe and breathe. On your inhale, lift up that left leg with pointed toe. Sweep your head forward and bring that left foot behind the left hand. Pivot your right foot. You can always move the position of your left hand to help you. You want to keep this right knee or left knee stacked over the left ankle. Sweep your arm up, fall in triangle. Stack your shoulders. Twist at your waist. Breathe and breathe. Float that right hand down. Step back to down dog. Resting pose, you can always come to a child's pose if this is not a resting pose for you. 3 breaths. Come back to dog if you rested. Lower that left foot. Sweep that right foot to the back of the heel. Hold it for 3 breaths. Breathe and breathe and stretch. Feel that great stretch up the calf, helping the feet, the hips, the knees. Inhale that right foot up. Bring the head forward, step the foot forward, heel of foot behind heel of hand, pivot your back foot, reset your right hand if you need to, sweep that left arm up, stack your shoulders. Fallen triangle. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Float that left hand down and step that left foot forward. Track your knees over your toes. So if this is difficult for you, you can come up to hands on thighs and just pulse here. If you have the space, come into garland and up to a forward fold. And into garland and exhale, forward fold. And inhale and exhale. 3 more. One more. Heel and toe your feet together. Bend your knees, glue your belly to your thigh, lift your hips, shake your head, dump out the head trash. Grab your elbows. If that feels good, you can move around or hold still. Lift the hips, drop the head, relax the shoulders, soften the face. Breathe and breathe. Release anything you're holding. Contract your abs, roll up one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders back and down. Find mountain pose. Set your feet. Align the insides. And then stack ears, shoulders, hips, feet. Splay your hands. Relax your shoulders. Let's grab a drink and do some balance. Stay nice and hydrated. How you doing? So carpet is really hard to balance on. So if you're on carpet, have humor with yourself. Otherwise, find a hard surface. You might want a chair or a wall to support you. Know your body, know your limits, honor yourself, and come into mountain pose. Insides of the feet are aligned, 10 toes spread wide. We've got everything stacked. Our tailbone is slightly tucked. Our belly button's pulled in. Our ribs are lifted. Our crown is lifted. Lay your arms out to the side or hold on to something. Weight into the right foot. Step forward with your left foot. Level your hips, your shoulders. Keep that core contracted. Lift up that left leg and press out through the heel. Challenge yourself. Lift it up a little higher. Level your hips. Bend your knee. Parallel that thigh with the ceiling. And then open it up and cactus the arms. Leprechaun. Breathe and breathe. I'm a dancing leprechaun. Maybe you are too. I'm into star. So you can always drop your foot if you need to, or just extend it out. Extend the arms, tilt slightly to the right. Twinkling star. Breathe and breathe. You are awesome. Make your way out. Mountain pose. Take a moment, feel your body, build some neural pathways from your brain through your heart to your parts and your pieces. Make a connection between all 3 centers of intelligence. Ready for the other side? Weight into the left foot. Step forward with the right. Make sure everything is stacked nice and tall. Then lift the leg, press out through the heel, level the hips, the shoulders. Lift up a little higher to challenge yourself. Use your core. Breathe. Bend the knee. Splay it out. Practice arms. Dancing leprechaun. Lift up through the crown of your head. Breathe and breathe And extend to star. Straighten the arms, straighten the leg. Kiss the shoulder blades. If you're wiggling, you're a twinkling star. If you fall out, you're a shooting star. Make a wish, come back in. Breathe and breathe. Come on out. Mountain pose, bring those hands to prayer. Touch the thumbs to the center of the head, to the lips, to the heart. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Feel those neural pathways from brain through heart to body, from body through heart to head. Find your way to the back of your mat. Mountain pose. We're going to step forward with our left foot. Bring our hands to our hips. Lunge down and then hop back. Do the same on the right. Step forward, lunge down, press back. Let's do it 2 more times. Lunge forward, lunge back. Right foot forward, back. 1 more. Left foot, lunge, forward, back. We're stacking that knee right over the ankle. All right, step into the left foot again, hold it, pivot that back foot. Make sure your ankles are aligned with each other, then turn your hips, your shoulders. Keep that knee nice and stacked. You can open up into a wider stance if that's available for you. Sweep your arms up, bring your hands to steeple, let your elbows roll back, your heart lift up. Exalted warrior 1, finding your strength beyond the ego. Breathe and breathe. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn your hips, turn your shoulders, extend your arms. Kiss your shoulder blades together. Feel your body between 2 panes of glass. Reach forward. Drop that left elbow to your thigh. Sweep that right arm up. Lengthen. Look up. Breathe and breathe. Engage your core. And come back up. Straighten that front leg. Turn the hips. Extend the arms. Triangle pose. We're going to exalt or triangle first. Right hand comes behind. Left hand goes up. Grow tall. Look up. If you have space, crescent back. Gaze to the ceiling. Breathe. Breathe. And exhale back to neutral. Reach forward. Between 2 panes of glass, keep that right hip and that right shoulder back. Drop your left hand to your thigh. Bring your right hand up. Grow tall. Flip that left palm. Maybe this is it for you. If you have space, slide down. Staying between the 2 panes of glass. Find triangle. Look up. Breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Ignite your core. Make your way up. Pivot on your feet. Insides of the feet align with each other. Soften your knees, poke your hip crease, fold halfway down, rest your hands on your thigh, blossom through your tailbone and out of your crown. Add on, reach the arms out. Breathe and breathe. Don't lock the knees, but straighten the legs. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Wide leg, downward facing dog, stretch. Breathe and breathe. Walk your hands to the left, pivot on your feet, hop your back foot forward, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Turn at the top of your mat. Step with your right foot forward. Left foot cants. heel to heel, knee bends, turn the hips, turn the shoulders, find your stance, reach up, steeple the fingers, exalt your warrior, roll your shoulders back, drop your shoulders down, lift your heart, breathe and breathe. Warrior two, transfer hips and shoulders. Reach forward, drop that right elbow down, sweep that left arm up, reach it overhead, look up, sink down, breathe and breathe. Ignite your core, make your way up, straighten that front leg. Turn your hips, your shoulders, extend your arms. Exalt your triangle. Left hand half bind, right hand comes up. Grow tall. Crescent back, look up if that's in your practice. Breathe and breathe. And come back to neutral. Reach forward. Drop that right hand down. Lift that left arm up. Keep that left hip and that left shoulder back. Flip your right hand. This may be it. If you have space, slide down. Look up. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way up. Pivot your feet. Heel and toe them in towards one another. Stop at about 3 feet wide and cant your feet out. Bring your tailbone tucked. Let your knees track over your toes. Slide down. Come up. Slide down. Up. Slide down. Up. One more. Slide down. Stay down. Feel your pelvis in between 2 panes of glass. Cactus your arms. Spread 10 fingers wide. Sink down. Grow tall. Add on. Come up onto your toes. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Drop your heels. Reach your arms up. Straighten your legs. Sink back into your pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Add on up on your toes if you like. Breathe and breathe. And come on out. Grab a drink. And we'll come back down to our mat. Let your right shin land in front of your left. Peel away the flesh. Roll the shoulders back and down. Grow through the crown. Sweep the arms up. Take a twist to the right with a tall spine. So before you get into the twist, lift through the crown. Left hand lands on right knee, right hand behind. Look over that shoulder. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Breathe and breathe. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Get tall. Protect your low back. Breathe and breathe. Make your way out. Extend your legs long. Shake them out. Kickstand your hands behind you. Be tall through the crown of your head. Come to still. Press out through the heels. Poke your hip creases. Fold forward. So you can start out using blocks here. Resting your forearms on your blocks. Keeping your chin out of your chest, drawing your toes towards you. You don't need the blocks. You can reach for your toes. Bow your heart, a bow of humility, remembering to use our high heart for guidance, our high mind, stepping out of our destructive ego patterns. Breathe and breathe. When you come up, bring that right leg with you. Peel away the flesh, wrap your right elbow around, press out through your left heel, grow through the crown of your head. Feel your heart blossom, your throat open, your mind soften. We're going to release that wind removing pose, come into a figure four, resting that right ankle across the left knee. You can always add a block underneath if you need it. Extend the hands, find your height. Press out through the heel, draw those left toes towards you. And if you have space, find your fold. Let your right knee drop towards the floor. Let your crown reach towards the bottom of your mat or the bottom of your foot. Soften your jaw, your cheeks. Breathe. Inhale up, stand up, that right knee. Place the foot on the outside of the left thigh, peel the flesh away, wrap that left elbow around, sit up nice and tall. So this is one. You can always have your foot more extended if you need that extra space. Sweep that right arm and around, kickstand it behind. Find your Lord of the Fishes. So a deep twist you can add on. Put the elbow on the outside of the knee. Spread the fingers wide. Relax the shoulders. Grow through the crown. Look over that right shoulder. Take your eyeballs a little bit further than they can go. Give them a stretch. Breathe. Make your way out and into the fold. Extend the legs. Heal the flesh. Find the hip crease. Bring the toes towards you. Fold forward. Melt into the stretch. Keep the chin out of the chest. Breathe and breathe. Surrender. Where can you go when you stop resisting? Where can you go when you add curiosity? When you're ready, bring that left foot with you. Peel away the flesh, wrap around the knee, sit up tall, wind removing pose, great for elimination and digestion. Breathe and breathe. Cross the ankle over the knee, add props if you need to. Find height, stretch the back of that right leg by pressing out through the heel. And then if you have the space, hinge forward, chin out of the chest, crown nice and long. Drop that left knee down, open up the hip. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way up, stand up that left leg, peel away the flesh, wrap around the right arm, grow tall as you start your twist. Left hand sweeps up and around. Elbow on the outside is an add-on. Look over that left shoulder. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way up and front to all fours. Hands and knees slide in some cow and cats. And then come to still. Knees under hips, toes tucked, hands under outer shoulders. Sweep up that left arm, thread it underneath the right armpit, tap it down, then inhale up and exhale, tap, and inhale up and exhale, tap. Hold it down, press into the mat with the right hand, step back with the right foot. This is one. Stretch in the back of the left shoulder to work your core. Pull your belly button in. Point the toe on the right leg. Lift it up and stack your hips. 2, reach up that right hand. Splay it back. Balance. If you want more, bend the knee. Grab the top of the foot. Kick out. Pull in. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Make your way out. Let's do the other side. Left arm sweeps up, right through. I did that wrong. Right arm. Right arm sweeps up, thread through, tap it down. Inhale up. You knew what to do. Tap it down. Inhale up. Thread it through. Lay it down. Press that left hand into the mat. Stretch the back of the right shoulder. Your right palm's facing the ceiling. Step back with your left foot. Tuck your toe. This is 1. 2, lift up the leg, point the toe, stack the hip, ignite the core. 3, left arm reaches up, balance. Challenge yourself with a quad stretch. Kick out, pull in, breathe, and breathe. You are awesome. And breathe. Make your way out. And come to sit on your mat with the feet at the bottom of your mat. You can grab a drink. Boat pose. Feet on the floor is 1, knees bent, balancing on the tailbone. Lift through the crown. Feel the flatness of your back, the stack. Hands rest behind the thighs. So this is 1, and then open and close here. 2, parallel the shins and open and close. 3, release the hands. Grow through the crown. Really pull that belly button in. We're working that lower core. And open and close. So find your version and do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Come into a little ball. Rock side to side. Massage out that low back. Drop your feet down to the floor when you come to still. Take your arms out like airplane wings. Palms face the ceiling. Toe mounds touch and open and close your knees. So you can do this as fast or as slow as your body likes. Work in the inner thighs. Keep breathing, keep pressing your low back into the mat. Tilt your pelvis, find the back of your head. Feel the back of your shoulders. And breathe, and breathe, and breathe. And just still and into dead bug. Feet go up, arms come up. Separate and rotate arms and feet. Breathe And breathe. We're going to do a little core workout. Bend your knees. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Contract your abs. Press your low back into the mat. There's no space under your low back. Then extend your right arm and your right foot. This is 1. So pressing your low back into the mat, pressing your elbow into your knee. 2, float your shoulders. Keep your chin out of your chest. 3, lower your arm and your leg any amount. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Find happy baby. Hands come across the arches of the feet. Pull the feet down. Grow long through the crown. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Little isometric. You're pulling down. You're pushing up. Breathe and breathe. Release to dead bug for the other side. Bend the knees. Right elbow into right knee. Core contracts. Arm and leg lifts. Shoulders float if that's in your practice. Keep those core muscles contracted. Pressure in between your knee and your elbow. Lower down any amount and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to a little ball. Rock side to side. Come to still. Extend that left leg long. Bring that right thigh into the belly for that wind removing pose. And then slide it into an armpit. Take your left hand to the bottom of your right foot and invite your shin across your body. So any amount. Nice big hip stretch. If this is easy for you, bring your elbow under your calf and come into a pigeon on your back. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Release, tuck that top of the foot behind the left thigh, roll onto the left hip, glue the right shoulder down, extend the right arm, turn your gaze over the right arm, glue your elbow, and then cactus that right arm for a little shoulder stretch, a spinal twist, stretching the neck, the upper back, the low back. See if you can melt. Breathe and breathe and breathe. And back to the little ball. Other side, right leg extends. Left thigh meets the belly. You can peel away the flesh. Make a nice tight connection. And then slide the knee to the armpit. Take the right hand, grab the bottom of the foot. Start inviting that shin across the body. If it's easy, tuck it in the crook of the elbow. Stretch that hip. Breathe and breathe. Come into the twist, tuck the top of the foot, roll onto the right hip, extend the left arm, glue the shoulder, rest the ear, glue the elbow, cactus the arm, melt into the twist. See if you can soften, use the breath. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold. Exhale to the count of 7, melt. Do it again. Roll back onto your back and into the little ball. Get a little more ab work to do. Extend the legs long, place the hands on either side of the hips, walk your hands down, find the back of your head, press your heels up, straighten your legs, let your pelvis tilt, your belly button staples to the mat, lift up your head. We're going to press our heels towards the ceiling, keeping our chin out of our chest. Little tiny move. Lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Bend your knees. Take a breath. Press your low back into the mat. Lift up your hands. Float your shoulders. Grow long through your crown and tight through your core. Pulse your hands for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Bring your hands behind your thighs. We're going to roll the length of our mat back and forth. Massage out our back. Use our core. See if you can have your feet not touch the mat. Breathe. And breathe. When you're ready, come to seated, grab a drink. So with the colder weather, you might layer clothes, put on socks. You might grab a bolster, a blanket, an eye pillow. Definitely have at least a block or a ball off to one side. We're going to come down for our Savasana. So grab the things that you know you're going to want to have. Maybe do another roll down, maybe a boat. Work that core one more time. You can make a bolster like I have out of a towel and some rubber bands. You don't have to buy fancy things. So I've got a bolster under my knees. My feet are wide. You may do that. You may not. You can do TP knees like we did early on. Extend your arms out and have a block or a ball, or you can also use your fist if you don't have props. Extend your arms long and melt into a surrendered Savasana, where we stay awake, aware, and alive. So we want to find a hazy stare or close our eyes or cover our eyes. We're going to find our breath. We're going to stay right here. We're not going to check out. We're not going to go into la la land. We're practicing presence, being in the moment with our thoughts, with our emotions, with our body sensations, not becoming any one of them, but being with them in the wisdom that they share. Allow yourself a big inhale and an open mouth exhale. Do it again, building awareness with the inhale, surrender with the exhale. Widen your feet so that they're at least mat width apart. Let your feet flop out. Keep breathing. Melt your toes, the tops of your feet, your shins, your calves, your knees, your quads, your hamstrings. Adjust anything that doesn't feel just perfect for you to hold. Melt your hips, soften your belly, Open up your heart and down your arms. Relax your fingers. Feel the opening of your throat, the heaviness of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Invite the essence of the Savasana with 3 mantras. In the body, mantra is I am connected. I am connected to myself from a place of love and caring, knowing my worth, knowing my value, knowing my power comes from softness, a lens of innocence. I am connected. Feel your parts and your pieces as you repeat that mantra. I am connected. Melt on your exhale. Connect on your inhale. Move your attention up to the center of your head. Imagine those 2 hemispheres coming together, one integrated mind. The mantra here is I am safe. I am safe. I am safe when I attune to my inner guidance, when I trust myself to know who to trust and when to trust, when I seek joy and when I use inquiry. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. The connection in your body, security and safety in your mind. Bring your attention to your heart. Use your breath to bubble up that essence of love that is within you. The mantra here is I am love. I am love. I am love. Feeling love from the inside out. How does that change everything? It increases the self-esteem. It allows for humility, authenticity, and self-awareness. I am love. And you melt. And you hunt out any spaces, any places where you're still in resistance, where you're still holding. From a relaxed state, slide your hands up overhead, walk your feet together, take a stretch, lift the back up, arch it, stretch. And then walk your heels towards you, push away props if you have any. Grab the block or the ball or place a fist between your knees. Roll over onto one side, rest your head on your forearm, fetal pose. Eyes come towards the body, gaze down at the block. It was really easy to just slip that between your knees. It's a practice of self-care. Let it remind you to have kind thoughts, kind beliefs about yourself. Infuse kindness into the stories that you tell. Make them so that they empower you. Connect with your emotions with kindness and curiosity, whatever you're feeling. of empathy, curiosity. Why am I feeling this way? What do I need to keep doing? What do I need to stop doing? And then let that block remind you to take kind actions, to allow kind reactions. Breathe in, breathe out. All about self-nurturing. When you're ready, slowly make your way gently, carefully up to seated. If you like, you can try a hero's pose. Modification is to sit on 1 or 2 or 3 blocks. Second modification is, as I'm demonstrating, sit on your heels. Full pose is heels on the outside of the hips, bottom sitting in between the feet. Stack the spine, lift the crown, drop your fingertips towards the mat. Make circles, spirals with your nose till you get to a really big circle. Hang out in any spot that feels like it needs a little extra stretch. Go as fast or as slow as your body is asking for. Change direction. And spiral back to neutral. Take your fingertips on your clavicles, pull down, lift your heart up, and lift your chin up. Stretch. Release the hold and drop the chin to the chest. Pull down, lift the chin up, stretch. Release the hold, drop the chin. One more, pull down. Lift the chin up and then open and close your jaw. Stretch the front of your neck. Come to neutral. Sweep your hands back. Airplane arms is 1. Shoulders are dropped down. Interlace your fingers and drop your knuckles is 2. Float your heart. Let your gaze be forward. Breathe. Slowly drop your chin to your chest. Keep your heart lifted. Break away your hands. Bring them behind your head. Drop your elbows down. Don't pull on your head, but let the weight of your hands accentuate the stretch in the back of your neck, upper back. Keep lifting your heart. Keep pulling your belly button in. And inhale your elbows out. Bring your gaze forward. Press into the hands and press the hands into the head. Little isometric. Relax your shoulders. Lengthen that space between your ears and the top of your shoulders. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Relax out and start to massage back of your neck along your occiput, maybe your jaw, maybe your cheeks. Maybe you just hang out in your scalenes, your neck. Give yourself a little love. And then take your opposite hand across the top of your shoulder, squeeze around your shoulder and down your arm. Do some sausage rolls on your forearm, your wrist. Massage your fingers and come up the other side. Giving yourself some love. to the top of your shoulder. When you're done, bring your hands to prayer. Sit up as tall as you can and let any stress roll off of your shoulders. And open your arms, open your heart, lift your heart, keep your head supported. Feel your light shining out, your purpose, the meaning that you bring to life. And then give yourself a hug. Wrap your right arm around, arch your back, drop your chin to your chest, bow, and say something nice to yourself. Inhale, open wide. Now, in all the benefits of your practice, physical, structural, muscular, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic. Take it all in, left hand over top. Find that hug. Round your back. Tuck your chin. Bow. Bring those hands into a prayer mudra. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. You are a gift. I appreciate you. Namaste. And that is our practice. So thank you so much. See you again another time.